Okay, good day, class. So let's proceed with our next lesson, which is the pipes and fittings. So you have here for the pipes and fittings. First is the cast iron soil pipes. This is most popular and generally specified materials for a drainage installation. And sometimes this is used also for waste line, and this is extensively used in the 60s and 70s. But as of today, I didn't see any cast iron pipes installed in any building. Okay, so this is durable and conveniently installed since you just have to connect the hubless and with hub ends of the pipes. So it should be installed in less than 25 story. The commercial length of this pipe is 6 meters, or that is 600 centimeters. And for its diameter, you have at least 50 to 150 mm, or that is 2 inches to 6 inches. Okay. Affected to some extent by corrosion, by acid form, by carbon dioxide, sulfur oxide, and methane gases that creates rust, since this is installed below ground level. Okay, so this is the picture or sample of the cast iron pipe. So you have there the hub and the spigot. Okay, so the first end you have here, this is the hub, this one, and then uh, this one is the spigot. Sometimes that is flange, okay, but smaller than the flange. Okay, so there are two types of cast iron pipes. You have the SV type that is generally used for building installation, and the XV type that is extra duty. So that is for underground installation. So there are four varieties also of the cast iron pipes. So you have the standard pipe with hub and spigot. So you have also the single hub pipe. You don't have the spigot at the other end. And then the double hub pipes. So you have the hub at both ends, and also they have all hubless pipes. So you have here the ordinary pipes. Next is the acid-resistant cast iron pipe. This is made of an alloy of cast iron and silicon. Then also installed in chemical laboratories, industries, and other installation where acid waste are being discharged. Okay, and then it is brittle and cracks easily. Thus, horizontal runs have only or have to be supported at every 1.5 meter interval to prevent sagging. So you have here the hangers. This one is the hangers. Then it should be supported at least 1.5 meters, or that is 1,500 millimeters in between. Okay, so you have to put a hanger in every 1.5 meters. The next, we have the asbestos pipes. Okay, this is made of an asbestos fibers and a Portland cement. This is used as soil, waste, ventilation pipes, and downspouts, and suited for concrete embedment because of similar properties with the cast iron pipes. Okay. Next, we have the bituminous fiber sewer pipes. This is the cheapest of all the type of pipes, and lightweight in, and it's light in weight, slightly flexible, and can take slight soil movement without danger of cracking or pulling out of its joint. It is thus suited for house sewer and septic tank installation, but I don't know if they normally use it with the uh, house sewer, but as to my experience, they just use the PVC pipes for the house sewer and the connection for the septic tank. It should, and maybe softened or damaged by excessive hot water or a chemical flow. Next, you have the vitrified clay pipes. This is one of the oldest material used for sewer lines. So therefore, for the sewer lines as of today, and also for the drainage line, public drainage line, so they just use the RCP, no? That is the reinforced concrete pipes. You have the culverts. And it is highly resistant to most acid, since this is vitrified clay. And then because it is made of clay, it is brittle and cracked easily when laid on unstable ground. And then it is made short in length, that is only 750 millimeter, or that is 0.75 meters. Then you have lead pipes. So the oldest pipe used for plumbing system and is highly resistant to acid, poisonous and injurious. So therefore, as of today, they didn't use this type of pipes. It's therefore not recommended to convey water for human consumption. Another pipe is the galvanized iron or galvanized steel pipes. This is made of mild steel and expected to last up to 15 to 25 years. So if ever they don't have the problem of rust, since the problem of this type of pipe is rusting. Okay, next, this is subject to deposit all salts and lime, which can cause FHL. Okay, so comes in several commercial sizes. We have 3/8, 1/2 inch, 3/4. Since when you buy a pipe in hardware, they will ask you the diameter. So they didn't know the number, so they just know the diameter of the pipe. So when you buy a pipe in the hardware, you just say the diameter in inches. Okay, so normally we use the galvanized pipe diameter of 1/2 to 4 inches. Okay, then also you have here the galvanized wrought iron pipe, better than the steel pipe for plumbing installation and more resistant to acid waste. Next, we have the copper pipes, durable and extremely corrosive resistant, and then easy to install, smooth interior surface. And then we have the classification for the copper pipe. First is the K type, that is the heaviest and recommended for underground installation. And then you have the L type, that is lighter, available in both a rigid and flexible form, recommended for a residential water supply line and radiant heating installation. And another, you have the M type, the thinnest, available only in rigid form. This is only for small water supply lines and radiant heating installation. So that is why most copper pipe or brass and brass pipe are used for air conditioning unit lines. Okay. Next, we have the brass pipe, the most expensive pipe or the most expensive of all the type of pipes. And then this is made of alloy or zinc in 15%. And then for copper, that is 85%. And also, it is resistant to acid and has smooth interior surface. Okay, next we have the plastic or synthetic pipes. This is developed in Germany in 1935. Most are produced from synthetic resins. Then the superior type of pipes, it is the superior type of pipes because it weighs less, it is easy to cut, it is flexible, has smooth interior and exterior surface, and it is cheaper than steel. Okay, there are two types of plastic pipes. You have the rigid type. You have the polyvinyl chloride, that is the PVC, the chlorinated polyvinyl chloride, CPVC. Then you have the UPVC and plasticized polyvinyl chloride. And then the ABS, the polypropylene, the styrene rubber plastic, SR. And then you have also the flexible type or the tubing. You have the polyethylene tubing and the polybutylene tubing. Okay. So next is the consideration in choosing your materials. If you are to construct a building, you are to choose the what materials to be used in that building project. Okay. So first, you consider the quality and durability of the material. So for me, I always use either of the two for water distribution system, the PPR or the galvanized iron. Or maybe if I will choose just the two plastic pipes, you have the PVC and the PPR. Okay. And then the resistance to external and internal contact with foreign matter. Since PPR can resist heat and cold water. Okay. Then resistance to acid waste and other chemical elements that will pass into it. Okay, so it depends on the usage of your pipes, the cost, and the material labors. So the PPR is easy to install since you just have to heat both ends of the pipes, and then after heating you just connect it. Okay. So next we have the type of fittings. So this is your last assignment. So at least we can discuss. So first, this is the socket or a coupling. So this connects the two pipes. So since the most common length of pipe is 6 meters, so if you have to lay out pipes that is more than 6 meters, so you just connect the two pipes with a fittings or with a coupling. Next, you have the extension pipe or the nipple. This is usually found in the extension from your faucet in the toilet and bathroom. And then the reducer. So they just reduce the diameter of the pipe from one end to the other. And then you have the reducing elbow. So there are 45 and 90 degrees elbow for drainage lines. And then for water line, they don't have the 45-degree elbow. Then you have the male adapter. So male adapter, if you have the other end of the pipes to be plugged, so you can use the male adapter. Same with the female adapter. Okay. By the way, adapter can connect the both pipes Okay. Sometimes a female adapter can be called as union. Okay. Then also we have the 45-degree straight elbow and then the 90 degrees. This is used for water distribution. There are also fittings used in drainage and sewer lines. Okay, so you have here the union. So this connects the two pipes if ever the two pipes cannot be torn. Okay, for embedded pipes, so this is used for the connection of the two pipes. And then T, the reducing T. So you have the other end is bigger than the other end. Okay. Then the cup. So this is where you put the other you put in the other end of the pipe so that the flow of water may stop. Okay. Then you have the cross. So for the cross fitting, this is just available for water distribution. In drainage system, we don't have the cross fittings. And then the plug, same usage with the cup. And then you have the double hub. Okay, next is the other water services fittings and devices. So you have the corporation stop. This is commonly seen before your water meter, the corporation stop. And then the curb stop after the water meter. Also, you have here the curb stop box. So it depends on the usage sa imong water distribution. And then you have the meter stop and the water meter. So this is mostly in this type of fittings, this is found in the water meter area or the connection from the main line to your building. Okay, so let's have the sanitary fittings. You have the bend, or sometimes we call that as elbow. That is, they have 1/4 bend, 1/8 bend, 1/6, 1/5. Then also you have the bend offset and bend long sweep. Okay, these are for the sanitary fittings. You have here the Y, the T, the sanitary cruise T, but for sanitary cruise T, I didn't see this anymore. So we just used in the commonly used fittings in drainage and sanitary lines is Y and elbow, 45-degree elbow. Also, you have the T, then the P-trap, clean outs, and the 90-degree elbow. Okay, so these are the clearer picture of the nipple. So you have this. So in this connection, this is just the extension of pipes. You can find it in your toilet and bathroom. The connection from the faucet to the wall. Okay, and then this is the plug. It's the male plug. Then this is the clean out. This is used for sanitary lines. And then this is bushing for water line. So this is the fitting usage. So for this, you have the branch of 90 degrees or right angle. Then plug is to close the end of the pipe or fitting having female thread. The square head, they have square head, four-sided countersunk head. So small sizes, you have the hexagon head for the larger sizes. And then the diameter, you have the lengths 1/8 inch to 12 inches. And this is ground joint union. Next is the clean out plugs or the clean out. So raised in square heads. So you have the square heads. So you commonly see this in the septic tank. You have here the square heads. And then you can use plastics or brush, but in our case, we will just use plastics during the installation. Next is bushing. The use of this is to connect the male end of the pipe to a fitting or a larger size pipes, so reducing or enlarging the fittings. Next is elbow. You have 45 or 90 degrees elbow. You can use that in gas, water, or steam lines. Then you have 22 and 1/2 degrees to 60 degrees. That is in special angle. Then you have the cast iron drainage fitting, elbows, the diameter, or you have the bend 5 and 5/8 inches to 22 and 1/2 degrees to 60 degrees, and so on. And then for cups, you have the closing the end of a pipe or fitting male or a fitting male threaded plain and flat band beaded cups. Then you have the flange for closing flange, fitting, flange lines, and flange closet, flanges. And then the Y, this is for hose connection with two gated uh, outlets. And then for offsets, this is for the combination of elbows or bend. So when you combine two elbows, that is offset. And then for double offset, that is two offsets in succession. Then for the ferrule, that is a metallic sleeve for the purpose of cleaning or examining the interior of the pipes. Okay, sometimes this is connected to the P-trap. Okay, the small threaded male plug below the P-trap, that is ferrule. Then return bend made up of two 90 degrees bend with inside threads and outside threads, so 180 bends. Next is tailpiece, connects the outlet of a fixture to a trap. So the fittings that connects from the fixture, like for example, this is your water closet to your P-trap, the connection for that, or the fitting for that to connect the P-trap and the water closet is the tailpiece. Next is top T, to receive a tap to receive a threaded pipe or fittings. So in working drawings class, you have this piping symbol. So maybe if we will have our synchronous meeting and for the activity, I will give you a plan and maybe you can draw the piping layout of the particular plan that I will have to give you, and you design the drainage lines or maybe the water line. Okay, so you just go through with the piping symbol for plumbing in working drawing. Okay, you just download the copy or the notes for these slides. Okay, and also you have here the abbreviations of the materials and the pipes. Okay, so you have here the piping symbol. Since in your drawing, you can just draw a single line or you just draw the 2D, 2D line of 2D symbol of that particular fittings or pipes. Okay, so you just go through with these notes. Okay, so for the general method in connection of or connecting the two pipes or fittings or from fixture to fittings to pipes, so the general method used is caulking. So by the use of lead and occam, and then threading for galvanized irons, and then welding or soldering for brass pipes and sometimes in copper pipes. Then rubber ring gasket, no? So you have for the HDPE or the LDPE. LDPE meaning low density polyethylene, and then for HDPE is high density polyethylene. Also, you have hubless connection. So using steel pipes, clamps, and neoprene rubber. And the adhesive, so you have the solvent in connection to the two pipes and fittings. And then you have the flange connection using bolts and screws. So there are these are the type of joints. First is the caulk joint. So for belt and spigot, cast iron, soil pipe, and other similar joint. So you have here face-to-face distance, engagement length. Okay, so that is for the caulk joint. So for the tightness, performs pressure test on joints and connection of pipes and fittings to ensure gas tight and water tight connection. Okay. This is caulking. Align the pipes and then packing occom, wrap an occom or helm around the spigot neck. And then drive the occom into the bottom of the hub using yarning iron, compress firmly. Make a 20 to 25 millimeter clearance from the top of the bell. You have this. So this is the hub and this is the other pipe. So you just put that to the hub and then you provide the occom. Okay. Then ladle lid seal joint with lid 3 mm above the bell. But in this type of joint connection, we didn't use this in our installation nowadays. Okay, and then packing with caulking iron. Next, we have the threaded joints. So you have here the threaded pipe. So this is normally used in galvanized iron pipes. For iron pipe size, pipes and fittings shall be standard taper pipe threads. And then threads on plastic pipes shall be factory cut or molded. So there are plastic pipes that already threaded when you buy it in the hardware or any other construction stores. Then lubricate, clean out plugs and cap with water soluble non-hardening materials. Tape is acceptable for the use of thread. So tape is the Teflon. You have the white tape here and then you have the fittings. Next is cement mortar joint, prohibited on new building sewers. This one is soldering or welding. Okay, solder and sweep joints. For joints in copper tubing, solders and fluxes with lead content which exceeds 0.002 are prohibited in piping system used to convey potable water. But as of today, we will not use this type of type of pipes. Maybe we can use this in the air conditioning unit connection for the water or sa freon. Okay. So soldering of joints, clean the pipe with emery cloth or fine sandpaper. Apply flux and soldering paste. Hit the fittings with a propane torch and apply the flux and soldering paste. Wrap the solder joint with wet rags. Okay. Next, we have the wipe joint. The joint in lead pipes or fittings between lead pipes or fitting brush or copper pipes, ferrule, solder nipples, or traps. Joints between lead pipes and cast iron, steel or wrought iron pipes shall be made by means of caulking, ferrule, or soldering nipple. And then you have the asbestos cement sewer pipe joint. So shall be a sleeve coupling of the same composition as the pipe or of other approved materials and seals with neoprene rubber rings or joined by an approved type compression couplings. This is the illustration. Okay, then next is copper water tube. Joints shall be made by the use of approved brush fitting soldered or brush compression type of fittings. And then the bore lid shall be lapped and assembly shall be fused together to form a uniform weld at least as thick as the lead sheets being joined. And then flared joints, you have for a soft copper, water tubing shall be expanded with a proper flaring tools. Okay, solvent cement plastic joints shall be comply with the appropriate installation standard. And then you have these methods on how to perform that solvent cement joint. And then you have these neoprene gaskets, okay, for copper tubing. And then for slip joint used in fixture trap exposed for maintenance and drains. Then expansion joints, also for the use of neoprene gasket used in a soil and waste stock. Joints shall be free and accessible. Then you have the unions, may be used in drainage work when accessibly located in trap seal or between a fixture or its trap. And then you have the plastic connection and other material to other materials. And this is the flange connection, this one. And then prohibited joint and connection. For drainage system, any fittings or connection which has an enlargement chamber or resist with a ledge, shoulder or reduction of pipe area that offers any obstruction to flow through the drain. So prohibited. So it should be that the same size, and for the enlargement, you will use the reducer fittings. At enlargement of 75, or that is the 3-inch diameter, to 102, that is the 4-inch diameter, closet bench or stub shall be considered an obstruction. So from 3-inch to 4-inch. Then you have the inspection or test in water lines or drainage lines. It should be checked before they will be connected to the main line. So you have here the water testing. So for this type of testing, you just have to raise the highest pipe by 3 meters, and then you run through the water inside that pipe, and then you check all the pipes for leaking. Okay, test of water supply piping is conducted by closing all outlets and filling the system with water from the main to locate leaks and other potential problems. So this is the commonly used type of testing for the water distribution or maybe for the drainage system. Okay, also we have the air pressure testing. So used in detecting leaks by filling the pipe system with compressed air used of soft sand in locating escaping air. So in every fittings, you will have to use soap so that you can see that if the that area bubbles, so there are leaks in that area. Okay, so that's all for this discussion. Thank you. So see you to our next discussion.